Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Going to be doing a review on the Hot Toys Ant-Man 1/6 scale figure, and this is Nick's figure, so a massive shout out and thanks to Nick for letting me get my hands on this. This is one of those awesome pieces that I always wanted to see in person, so here we go. Hope you enjoy the review, folks. Let's take a look at Ant-Man's accessories. Now, forgive me for not knowing the technical names of all of this stuff here. I know what it is. I remember it from the movies, especially those little throwing disc thingies. But you get 4 of these, and they go into the little slots there, and everything else here present and correct. Oh, and the little Ant-Man who's just fallen over, he does that. But yeah, man, some cool accessories, pretty much everything you need. But here's the main event. Look at that, man. This suit is stunning. Nick's a lucky man owning this piece. It's one of Hot Toys, you know, upper figures. Look at that. Looks real. That's what I remember, actually, now that I've said that. I remember when the blogger pictures came out, when this was released, and I just remember thinking that's one of the most realistic figures. I mean, it just... something about it. It just looks really real. Photography, it's insane. Beautiful suit. Love the colours. I did a video for the Figure Pit channel with the figure, and I was talking about how I love the way the red bleeds into the black rather than just a straight transition, you know, or a straight change to a different colour. It's really nicely done. Nice weathering as well, you can see on the helmet there. And an amazing likeness to Paul Rudd underneath there. Brilliant. We'll see that soon. It's got a presence, man. It's got a look about it. Beautiful. I'll just give you a close-up of the tiny little Ant-Man that's included. He is very small. He's so small, I wouldn't expect the detail to be that great. It's alright. It's not too bad. It comes with a little base to stand in. It's just his feet just groove into it. Pretty cool, though. Alright, now let's take a close-up look at the likeness to Paul Rudd, which I think is very, very strong on this first version that Hot Toys released. And it's pretty nifty how you put the mask together. I wasn't sure, I couldn't remember, so I just assumed you get 2 heads or something, but you just literally, it's magnet based, kind of like the Iron Man figures. And you just got to lift this up carefully, and that's it really. Yeah, job done. That's the fully masked up look. There is a light underneath this little panel here. You just lift that off, and then there's a switch, and then, I mean, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. I mean, you can tell that the lights are on, but you can still see Paul Rudd's eyes under there, and it still looks nice and red, so I wouldn't really bother messing with the light on this guy, to be honest. He looks good enough without it on. It's just the way the light hits this, the weathering on it is fantastic. I mean, this angle right here, just looking here, and it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning figure. So cool. Look at that. But let's get back to the likeness of Mr. Rudd. Lift that up. Go ahead. Put that down. There we go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. There we go. Look at that. It's excellent. The stubble. Sorry for the wobbliness. He's wobbling as I'm turning him. Don't wobble so much, sir. But yeah, that is awesome. And like with the Tony Stark Iron Man figures, I tend to prefer it when you get a head sculpt that's in the helmet, you know, where you can lift up the front plate and see the actor's face rather than a full head sculpt. I don't know, I tend to prefer when they look like this. I think it kind of helps, you know, because there's less areas for concern as far as accuracy goes. I mean, you just got to get his actual mush right, his face. Yeah, that's awesome. Let me just tilt it up a bit. There we go. And they're looking right. Yeah, awesome. Really excellent work on the eyes as well. I mean, obviously I've got the light kind of hitting the eyes so you get that glint of light, but they look fantastic anyway. I'll just give you a look from the side profile. You get a nice bit of aging around the eye. Just some subtle little wrinkles in there. Again, the stubble work is fantastic. And I'm really seeing Paul Rudd, which is important. They've captured the likeness, I think, on this very, very, very well. Yeah, looking down, looks pretty cool too. Alright. Well, let me know in the comments what you think of the likeness, but I think this is pretty much dead on. Right, now articulation wise, let me just put his helmet back together again. That's super easy to do. So just go ahead and do that. There we go. So articulation wise, we have pretty great articulation in the head. The head itself moves around very well, but also the neck here, that goes quite far down as well. So you're able to get him looking quite close to the ground there, which is really cool for photography. Now obviously pushing the head forward all the way has made these little dudes come out. They don't like attach other than kind of go into these little holes here, but because I moved the head forward so much, let me just, if we put that back at more of a normal kind of level, and these bad boys just go ahead and they just go right into these little holes here. So some great head and neck articulation. Arms go up about yay much because of the armor here, so I ain't going to push it. Elbow has a double bend, so you can have him kind of reaching up to his antennas. Maybe obviously change the hand. But he doesn't quite make it to the head, but he does have the double bend elbow, so that is cool. Now I wouldn't say we have much articulation in the torso because of the nature of the suit here. So yeah, there's no crunch there that I can really feel, but that's okay. I totally forgive it because of how awesome the suit looks. It's literally a shrunk down Ant-Man here. Knee articulation, very kind of thick, leathery suit here. Not too thick, don't get me wrong, but it's not letting me sort of bend the knee any more than that, and it probably could, but I'm feeling a lot of resistance there, so I won't push it any further. Ankle, not too bad, quite stiff, but there is movement there, pivot in front and back, so not too bad. It's more of a kind of a low cut kind of boot or trainer or basketball boot kind of design. I don't know what you'd call that, but it doesn't go up too high. But yeah, articulation is all right, especially in the head area, and the arms are pretty good too, but legs and torso not so much. But like I said, I totally forgive that because of how absolutely awesome the figure is. It just looks beautiful. Look at that. A couple of height comparisons for you. Here he is next to Deadpool from the first movie by Hot Toys. Deadpool a little bit taller than Ant-Man, so that seems about right. And here is Ant-Man next to a Sideshow Collectibles Joker figure. Joker is taller. I think most people will probably be taller than Ant-Man. We'll see. And here is the Hot Toys Batman Returns Michael Keaton figure. And I just googled it quickly, and it said that Paul Rudd was, what was it now, 1.78 meters tall, and Michael Keaton was 1.75. But the Batman figure is taller than Ant-Man here. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Sorry, I just had a quick look before I shot this take. But there they are together. Something about that definitely looks a little bit off, but still great figures, man. I mean, Batman has a custom cape, but other than that, you're looking at some absolute beastly Hot Toys action right there. Here he is next to Freddy. That was originally the Sideshow Freddy Krueger, although the sweater and pants have been changed. The hat's been swapped over to the original old Freddy hat. That's still the same height as the Sideshow Freddy, so just to change it up. There he is with Frederico Krueger. Don't go sleep. Freddy gonna get you. Alright folks, now I know this hasn't been the longest review in the world, and it's pretty short and sweet, but I just wanted to say again, massive thank you to Nick for letting me see this in person. It's awesome. I know he's wanted this for a long time, so it means a lot that he would let it out of his sight for me to do the video. So didn't want to pose him too much. Absolutely stunning looking piece. It's a damn shame we didn't get the, what was it, the yellow jacket, the bad guy? That would have been cool. I don't think, I mean, they might have teased it at a Comic-Con maybe. Maybe they showed a prototype on display, but I don't think it ever happened. So, I mean, it could still happen. I mean, Hot Toys have been known to take their time, and then suddenly, years later, they finally drop the thing you've been waiting for, like Catwoman from Batman Returns, still waiting to see if they're going to do that. It makes sense to do it, because a lot of people want it. But, yeah, the yellow jacket would have been cool. This is a fantastic piece. What would I give him out of 10? Articulation's pretty good. The suit is fantastic. The likeness is fantastic. I love the box art, by the way. I guess that reminds me of the bit where the vinyl record was playing and it was running on the vinyl. And so I think that's what I'm supposed to see when I look at that. It's very cool. I would give him... I'm thinking 8.5, almost a 9, maybe a 9 out of 10. I mean, it's really, really up there. This is one of those figures that I think, especially for the Marvel collectors, you kind of have to have this one. Ant-Man the movie is fantastic as well. I should mention that about the source material. I really do like the first film. It took me a long time to get my butt in gear and watch the second one, but when I finally did, I really enjoyed that as well. Always liked Paul Rudd. Michael Douglas is cool, and everyone else, man. I wish I knew the name of the actor who played the bad guy in the first movie. He did a great job. Sorry about that, but yeah, guys, I'll give this an 8.5, 9 maybe. You know, pick one. It's up to you. Absolutely awesome piece. If you enjoyed the video, folks, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Instagram, and make sure you check us out at our store, The Figure Pit, at www.thefigurepit.com. And come over and subscribe to the Figure Pit YouTube channel as well. Alright guys, take it easy. See you soon. Bye-bye.